Hello everyone, and welcome to my Bold and Beautiful Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Brooke Logan's shocking rebound. But it won't be long before she gets into bed with someone no one expected. When the bridge collapses, who will Brooke turn to? Continue reading to find out. Here's what happens next week on B&B, spoilers coming. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers, Ridge devastated. Ridge Forrester jumped into bed with his former Taylor Hayes as soon as he learned Brooke Logan had accepted a position leading Forrester Creations. Ridge was saddened by the betrayal and sought comfort in Taylor. Brooke arrived after they completed the deed to inform him that she was taking on the role of his inside woman and would assist him in regaining control of his firm. According to the Bold and the Beautiful spoilers, Brooke and Ridge's romance is almost certainly gone. Ridge not only cheated on Brooke, it's 5 times worse because she accepted the position for him. Ridge and Taylor may try to keep their relationship a secret, but it won't last long. B&B spoilers, Brooke Logan crashes and burns. Brooke is known for crashing and burning after a Ridge breakup. There's also the potential that she'll go off the wagon again, making her behavior even more unpredictable. Brooke has limited options for single men in Los Angeles, but she doesn't seem to mind if her conquests are married. Brooke and Bill Spencer had been rumored to have a fling for quite some time. Since Katie Logan's rejection of his reunion plans, the ex-partners have been spending time together. So far, their conversations have been benign, with Bill seeking a means to reconcile with her sister. If Brooke is unmarried and distraught by her breakup, her next conversation with Bill Spencer could lead to them sleeping together. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers, one of Brooke's exes. Ridge Forrester and Brooke Logan split up, and she always seems to drift back to her old romances. Maybe Dollar Bill isn't her unexpected comeback, could it be Deacon Sharp instead? Brooke and Deacon have spent a lot of time together, talking about their daughter's antics. If Deacon slips up and cheats on Sheila Carter with his ex, Brooke may have to enter the witness protection program. Steffy's silence sells Taylor short. Bold and the Beautiful, is Steffy Forrester playing second fiddle? Steffy Forrester stars in Bold and the Beautiful as her father's daughter. Ridge Forrester defends his daughter even when she is wrong. One recent example is the decisions she made that led to the Forrester Creations takeover. However, Ridge does not follow his daughter's path with Taylor Hayes. He has his own point of view about Taylor. He puts his friendship with Brooke Logan first. Steffy claims she respects their love and will not interfere. Nonetheless, her behaviors indicate otherwise. However, despite his devoted engagement with Brooke Logan, Steffy continues to play Cupid with Taylor and her father. Spoilers for Bold and the Beautiful, Taylor Hayes as Steffy Forrester. Steffy became accustomed to being a member of a family that always placed second to Brooke. But after seeing a spark between her parents this week on Bold and the Beautiful, she's off and running. Steffy hopes to restart her parents' relationship. However, following what Ridge stated about Taylor and her children, supporters believe she is undervaluing Taylor Hayes. Fans, Ridge Forrester's demeaning words toward Taylor Hayes and her children. Fans of the Bold and the Beautiful eagerly awaited Steffy Forrester's reaction to her father's recent comments about Taylor Hayes. B&B supporters were enraged when he referred to Taylor, Steffy, and her brothers as his safety net. However, Steffy never delivered on the expectations of the fans. Instead, her quiet suggested that she recognized what her father said was true. Worst of all, fans feel Steffy was okay with Ridge's comments about his connection with Taylor as long as it brought her parents back together. Other Bold and the Beautiful fans interpreted this as an emotional moment, implying it passed over her head. Ridge seemed to have poured his heart out over Taylor Hayes, painting a portrait of her and their family. Fans were astonished to hear him admit that he considered them his safety net. Bold and the Beautiful, outraged that Steffy did not defend Taylor. Viewers of Bold and the Beautiful wanted to know what happened to the opinionated Steffy Forrester in this moment. Instead of confronting her father about what he had said about Taylor, she seemed to disregard it. Fans wanted to see her stand up for her mother and herself. Ridge seems to believe Taylor and their children were his go-to folks for a safety net. They have reserved a space for him where he may always receive unconditional love. Fans thought the description her father gave Steffy Forrester of Taylor Hayes and their family was terrible. When things went tough, he treated Taylor like a prized prize. So, instead of Steffy Forrester sitting passively by as her father referred to Taylor Hayes as a port in a storm, viewers on the CBS drama anticipated more from this daughter. The decades-long storm between Ridge Forrester, Taylor Hayes, and Brooke Logan took an unexpected turn when Brooke discovered a letter that could change the course of their lives forever. Ridge, caught between his history with Brooke and his enduring affinity with Taylor, sent a poignant letter, confessing his love for Taylor. Ridge sought a quiet moment of clarity and catharsis, but Brooke unwittingly discovered it. The implications of this discovery shattered the foundation of their already shaky relationship, making Brooke wonder if Ridge had truly given his heart away. The love letter. Ridge has always struggled to express the depths of his feelings for Taylor. She had been a constant in his life, the mother of his children and a source of consolation in his darkest times. Despite their numerous separations, Ridge had never been able to completely let go of her. In a rare moment of vulnerability, he decided to put pen to paper, seeking to articulate emotions he couldn't say out. Ridge reminisced in the letter on the memories that had molded their love, which had endured despite time, distance, and the difficulties of their tangled lives. He described how Taylor's laughter could brighten a room, the resilience she radiated in the face of adversity, and the unshakable support she had always shown him. Most crucially, he admitted that, despite his efforts to move on with Brooke, a piece of his heart had always belonged to Taylor. For so long, I've tried to deny what my heart knows to be true, Ridge complained. But the reality is, Taylor, you have never stopped being the love of my life. I see it just as plainly now as I did when we first met. I've been blind to what's standing in front of me, and it's time to stop running away from it. Ridge folded the letter carefully, planning to deliver it to Taylor in person when the time was right. Little did he realize that fate had other intentions. Brooke's discovery. It occurred innocently enough. Brooke discovered the letter stashed away in Ridge's study while hunting for one of his missing design sketches. She was intrigued by the exquisite script. At first, she assumed it was a romantic gesture intended for her, rekindling their desire after weeks of tension. But as she began to read, the truth hit her like a freight train. This letter was not for her, but for Taylor. The words on the paper were like knives in Brooke's heart. Ridge's real, unfiltered love for Taylor sprang off the page, leaving no doubt about where his heart truly belonged. Brooke's hands trembled as she read the letter, and tears welled in her eyes. How could Ridge have done this to her? After everything they'd gone through, after all the pledges and vows, how could he still be in love with Taylor? Brooke's reaction. Brooke's discovery of the letter set off a chain reaction of emotions, including shock, rage, despair, and betrayal. She couldn't decide which stung more, the letter's substance or Ridge's decision to keep it a secret. Brooke felt that her entire relationship with Ridge had been brought into question. Had he actually moved on from Taylor, or was she always battling with a ghost from his past? In her agony, Brooke considered her next step. Should she immediately confront Ridge and demand an explanation for the letter? Should she take some time to analyze her emotions before deciding how to handle the situation? Ultimately, Brooke's feisty personality won out. She couldn't just remain there, stewing in her anguish and confusion. She needed answers now. The confrontation. That evening, Brooke waited for Ridge to come home. The letter sat on the coffee table, a quiet accusation. When Ridge entered the room, the tension was evident. Brooke wasted no time in holding up the letter and demanding an explanation. "Can you tell me what this is?" she inquired, her voice shaking with a mix of rage and hurt. Ridge's eyes widened when he recognized the letter. His thoughts raced as he tried to figure out how Brooke could have found it. He opened his lips to answer, but Brooke denied him the opportunity. "You've been sending love letters to Taylor?" she continued, her voice increasing. "After everything we've been through, and all the vows you've made to me, you're still holding a torch for her?" Ridge strained to find the appropriate words. Brooke, it's not what you think, he said, but Brooke interrupted him. Don't you dare tell me it's not what I think, Ridge, said the woman. The text is right there in black and white. You have never stopped loving her. So, tell me why I'm even here. Why have you been leading me on if your heart belongs to someone else? Ridge's defense. Faced with Brooke's accusations, Ridge attempted to justify his behavior. He admitted that the letter was genuine and that his feelings for Taylor were complicated, but he maintained that he had not acted on them. Yes, I wrote the letter, he admitted. But that doesn't mean I don't love you, Brooke. Taylor and I have a lot of history. There are feelings I can't deny, but that doesn't imply I've made any decisions. But Brooke was unconvinced. You can't have it both ways, Ridge, she whispered as her voice broke. You cannot love us both. You have to make a choice. Taylor's perspective. Taylor, unbeknownst to Ridge and Brooke, was struggling with her emotions. She had noticed a change in Ridge recently, more calls, a warmer tone, and a hint of nostalgia in his discussions. While she tried not to read too much into it, a part of her hoped Ridge was now realizing what she had always known: they were destined to be together. Ridge eventually handed the letter to Taylor, and her feelings ranged from joy to anxiety. The words in the letter confirmed everything she had always felt about their relationship, but they also carried a tremendous weight. Taylor didn't want to be the source of Ridge and Brooke's sorrow, and she certainly didn't want to be involved in another love triangle. Ridge, I love you, Taylor confessed as they discussed the letter. I always have. But we can't keep hurting Brooke and each other. If we're going to be together, it has to be for good reasons. Not because of a letter or a dispute you had with Brooke, but because we are both certain that this is where we belong. The fallout. The revelation of the letter left the Forrester family reeling. Brooke, feeling deceived and confused about her future with Ridge, confided in her daughter Hope. How am I meant to proceed with Ridge if I know his heart isn't completely with me? She asked, tears flowing down her cheeks. Hope, ever the optimist, attempted to soothe her mother. Maybe this is a chance for you to figure out what you really want to, Mom, she told me. You've dedicated so much of your life to fighting for Ridge. Perhaps it's time to consider what makes you happy, rather than just what keeps you together. Meanwhile, Steffy and Thomas rallied to support Taylor, encouraging her to fight for her opportunity at happiness with Ridge. Dad's finally waking up to what we've known all along, she remarked. You are the one who has always been there for him, Mom. Do not let this opportunity pass you by. Brooke Logan has long been one of the most divisive and influential characters on The Bold and the Beautiful. Brooke is a grandmother, a lover, and a formidable entrepreneur, and her tenacity has established her place as a Forrester staple. However, as her long-term storyline develops, it becomes clear that her path will be not only intensely personal, but also closely linked to the destiny of Forrester Creations. With the company's leadership in upheaval and a new CEO in charge, Brooke is expecting to encounter obstacles beyond boardroom conflicts, including high stakes and emotional turmoil. The next CEO's role, whether they are a Forrester by blood, marriage, or ambition, is building up to be a gilded trap, guaranteed to cause agony rather than triumph. A new era for Forrester Creations. Forrester Creations has always been more than a fashion business. It serves as a platform for the family's victories, betrayals, and rivalries. Over the years, the CEO post has been desired, representing both power and responsibility. Brooke, with her strong links to the company and family, has frequently found herself at the center of power disputes. However, as the dust settles from recent developments, Brooke's influence appears to be more convoluted than ever. The choice to hire a new CEO, someone who represents the next chapter for Forrester Creations, is a watershed event. The company is at a crossroads, and the leadership post carries tremendous expectations. However, in the world of the bold and the beautiful, dominance frequently comes with a cost. The new CEO is entering a minefield, and the route ahead is laden with personal and professional hazards. Brooke's role in the game. Brooke's tie to Forrester Creations goes more than just business. Brooke's power has always been linked to her personal life, as she is Ridge Forrester's ex-wife and mother to his children. She has pushed hard for her position in the company, frequently clashing with Steffy, Thomas, and other Forresters who regard her as an outsider. Regardless of these difficulties, Brooke's commercial skill is evident. She has been instrumental in the company's development, using her charisma and perseverance to guide Forrester Creations through difficult times. However, when new leadership emerges, Brooke is at a crossroads. Her personal involvement in the company's legacy makes it tough for her to pull back, but her recent disagreements with Ridge and the ongoing conflict with Taylor's family threaten to eclipse her professional goals. Brooke's long-term storyline will delve into these complications, examining the emotional toll of her commitment to the firm and the sacrifices she's made to remain relevant in a world that frequently positions her against the Forresters. Why the new CEO is doomed to suffer. The position of Forrester CEO has often been a poison chalice, and the most recent hire is no exception. Here's why the incoming leader is likely to confront more challenges than successes. 1. The weight of family expectations. Forrester Creations is more than simply a business, it's a legacy. Every CEO has been under intense pressure to maintain the family's reputation while balancing personal connections. For someone taking on this role, the problem is combining the needs of the business with the expectations of a fractured family unit. Steffy, Thomas, and other crucial characters all have their own goals, and the new CEO will undoubtedly find themselves stuck in the middle. Brooke, too, will be an imposing presence, whether as an ally or adversary, promoting her own vision for the company's future. 2. Brooke's underlying influence. Even if Brooke is not the CEO, her impact should not be overlooked. She has a talent for rallying support when it counts the most, and her persuasive nature frequently puts her in control of important situations. The incoming CEO will need to strike a fine balance between moderating Brooke's input and imposing their own authority. Furthermore, Brooke's personal life tends to cross over into her professional activities. Her continual conflict with Ridge and Taylor's family is destined to cause ripples in the company's dynamics. The incoming CEO will have to navigate these perilous waters while ensuring that personal turmoil does not derail their leadership. 3. The shadow of Ridge and Taylor. Ridge's love relationships with Brooke and Taylor are far from over, and his loyalty is likely to fluctuate in the months ahead. This uncertainty will directly affect the CEO's capacity to lead. Ridge's influence within the corporation suggests that his split loyalties could undermine the new leader's authority, especially if Taylor and her children pursue their own agenda. 4. Pressure to innovate. Forrester Creations lives on originality and invention, and the next CEO will be under tremendous pressure to develop groundbreaking collections that maintain the brand at the forefront of the fashion industry. However, with the family's internal problems taking center stage, it will be difficult to stay focused on economic objectives. Brooke's role in the downfall. As the new CEO struggles to establish their footing, Brooke's involvement is likely to play a significant influence in their eventual demise. Brooke's actions, whether intentional or unintentional, have the potential to compound the company's leadership issues. Her determination to preserve her legacy and ensure her place in the Forrester family will push her to take risky and, at times, controversial actions. Brooke's long-standing feud with Steffy and Thomas adds an extra degree of intrigue. If the new CEO supports Taylor's family, Brooke will perceive them as a threat, perhaps undermining their efforts. If the CEO sides with Brooke, they risk alienating the Forresters, who see her as an outsider. The personal cost of Brooke. Brooke will confront personal obstacles as she navigates her role in the company's future, putting her perseverance to the test. Ridge's hesitation, Taylor's revival, and evolving relationships within the Forrester family will push Brooke to face uncomfortable truths about her role in Ridge's life and the company. This plot promises to be a very emotional journey for Brooke, exploring both her vulnerabilities and her unwavering determination. While she may emerge stronger in the end, the journey ahead will be everything but easy. Poppy fears for Bill's life while he helps Luna. Unfortunately, it appears that Bill will transport Luna to his home, where he will be under house arrest. Poppy Nozawa believes Bill is putting his life at jeopardy. The bold and the beautiful spoilers, Luna Nozawa is a murderer. According to the Bold and the Beautiful spoilers, Luna crossed all lines when she killed Tom Starr and Paul Hollister. Luna claimed that she didn't want anything to disrupt the family she and her mother had made with Bill. However, Tom was determined to get to know his daughter. Luna needed Bill to believe he was her father so she could feel secure. Luna understood the truth about Tom was about to come out, so she decided to murder him and frame her mother so she could have Bill all to herself. B&B spoilers, Bill Spencer was shocked by the truth. Bill was heartbroken to realize that Luna was not his daughter, as he had grown to love her. Luna and Bill had grown close, and he wanted her to live the life she deserved as a youngster. However, even after learning that he was not Luna's father, Bill wanted to be there for her, until Luna began to come on to him. Bill sincerely desired a future with Poppy, whom he was astonished to see in Los Angeles. Poppy and Bill had not seen one another in years, yet he still felt a connection. Bill had no idea what to do when Poppy was arrested for murder. Luna did such an excellent job framing her mother that Bill began to believe she was guilty. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers, is Bill Spencer in danger? Bill has welcomed Luna back into his home and intends to support her as much as he can. Unfortunately, it appears like Luna may wind up becoming friends with Remy Price, which might be disastrous. Remy has already been revealed to be a stalker, and these two might be dangerous. Could Luna turn against Bill and attack him? If Luna can kill both her buddy and her biological father, what's stopping her from going after the man who's attempting to save her? Luna has demonstrated her ability to attack anyone at any time and without warning. Will Bill become her next target?